Taiwan, a small island in Asia and a food lover's paradise. What it lacks in landmass, it makes up for it in the amount of food available. Literally, every corner you turn, there's a food cart or a restaurant. In this special edition of Hopping Restaurants, we are in Taipei, Taiwan. So sit back and let us do the eating. In a dictionary, Taiwan's definition should be night market, or vice versa. Although night markets are all over Asia, Taiwan perfected it, and Taipei hosts dozens on its own. In the first half of this episode, we visit several of the famous night markets in Taipei. First stop is Raohe Night Market, a very popular night market in eastern Taipei. You know you are going the right direction when you see a gigantic temple in the distance.
We're going to Raohe.
Can't hear you.
Going to Raohe.
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 Standing at the entrance is the beautiful Hsiao Temple. It's one of the most magnificent temples in Taipei, and a welcoming sight before entering the market. At the entrance, you'll see the peppermint bun stall. It's probably the most popular food item at Raohe, and the only one I saw with barricades to control the line. As the name implies, they sell pepper buns, crunchy buns with a spicy meat filling. At about $1.66 a bun, it's super worth it. The Hujiaobing stall is so popular that it needs an assembly line to make enough buns to feed all the customers. There's a team to make the dough, stuff the buns with the pepper meat, and cook them in the special chimney oven.
Can't be cute anymore.
Take a bite already.
I feel hot.
Another popular stall is Chen's pork rib soup. For about $2.33, you get a bowl of pork bones cooked in a herbal soup that is sweet, savory, and medicine-y. It's actually quite tasty, but might not suit Western tastes. Following what the locals do, when a bone is stripped clean, you just spit the bone on the table.
Ricochet.
You can eat the spoon there. It's like, go.
We next go to Danshui, where they have food and game stalls lined up against the waterfront. The stalls here stretch over half a mile. While it's not officially a night market, it has the same feel. Here you can eat, play, and watch the sunset.
Is this Taipei 101? Where does it ever end?
She got the weird colors.
And she got the weird one.
Mango and strawberry.
Because I'm a girl.
Can you see the difference in size?
Even the cone is different.
Danshui's special food item is the A-Gei. A-Gei is fried tofu stuffed with glass noodles and fish paste with a special sweet sauce on top. The workers at this restaurant serves this dish at lightning speeds. Everyone who goes to Taipei makes plans to go to the Shilin night market. It's definitely the biggest night market and the busiest. On weekends, you have to walk shoulder to shoulder as oceans of people flood in. Shilin has about every Taiwanese food you can think of, starting with the giant chicken cutlet at Hot Star Large Fried Chicken. For $2, you can get a cutlet the size of your face. Does chickens that big even exist? Explored all of Shilin and still haven't had enough? They have a whole food court in the basement as well. Down here there's a lot of steak and noodle stalls and the delicious oyster omelet. Need a good breakfast and go to a tourist hotspot at the same time? Fuhang Soymilk covers both and serves some of the best breakfast items in the city. People line up from 6 a.m. every morning just to try their traditional Chinese breakfast. The lines go all the way from the end of the block, up the stairs, and to the cashiers. Twirling on the stairs.
Just for soy products.
We are so close!
Some of the recommended items are the youtiao, flatbreads, and soy milk, whether the cold, hot, or salty variety. For lunch, try Slack Season or Yueh, a casual restaurant serving Taiwanese and Japanese dishes. Slack Season originated in Tainan with a vendor selling minced pork noodle soup during the fishing or slack season. It got famous and over 100 years later, it's still as popular. Like many Taiwanese restaurants, you have to order from a checklist, put the number of dishes you want next to each name. It's all in Chinese, but no worries. They have an English picture book to match the words on the checklist. Yueh specializes in the danzai noodle, the dish that they originated from. It's a light-tasting noodle soup with minced pork on top. It's great comfort food and cheap at around $1.66 a bowl. Their smoked goose by tea leaves is something you can't find in the States. The goose has a unique tea flavor combined with the smokiness from charcoal. The salted river clams require some work to get to the tiny salty clam meat. Use your fingers to open each clam or the more tasty method. Put the clam in your mouth and open it with your tongue. Each piece of meat is about the size of a dime. Fried oysters are as popular in Taiwan as French fries to us. The crispy exterior with the soft fleshy center makes this bite-sized snack a treat. You'll never see oysters this cheap in New York. I highly recommend the grilled pepper pork. Each juicy fatty piece of pork has a crispy crust. This dish had the best overall flavor of the meal.
Some food when they light on fire.
A must visit for soup dumpling fanatics is the Michelin-starred Tai Fung. Along with the many located in Taipei, they have branches in China, Japan, Australia, United States, and more. Many view Tai Fung as the standard for xiaolongbaos all over the world. There is a glass display inside the restaurant showing how intense the making of the xiaolongbaos is. Teams of workers need to work constantly to meet the demand of locals and tourists seeking to taste one of the top xiaolongbaos in the world. And here it is, the best xiaolongbao I ever ate. The skin is paper thin and delicate, yet doesn't break. Each bun is exactly the same size and has 18 folds on top. The filling and soup didn't disappoint either, with a mouthful of flavorful soup in each dumpling.
They also said they don't have something. I didn't think it was.
Bubble milk tea.
Lime jasmine sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Coffee.
See this shit?
Red ice monster.
Yes. That's an ice block, and then they just shave it off, and then they put it back in the fridge.
Oh, okay. This is the what? This is the jasmine lime green?
Jasmine lime green.
Shaved ice.
What is that like shape?
That's a shape. That's how fine it can shave.
That you can pull and not melt? Okay.
And this is the mango ice.
That's what all about. Shave ice.
It's like eating mango air.
Get a big
Why? I don't want all the brain freeze.
You're not gonna get
part
a
of the experience.
Just give me, please let me try a little bit first. It takes a lot.
If you want to eat a lot without going broke, Taiwan is your destination. On top of the already cheap prices, many places don't require tip or tax. I like to believe it's the food capital of Asia, as it blends the cuisines from all Asian countries. From night markets to themed restaurants and bubble teas to shaved ice, it's a place where you'll never go hungry.